Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm David Guerra and this is the Training Thursday video number 2. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. I'm going to continue what I started last week, and that's telephone etiquette, and today I'm going to talk about those scammers and spammers and solicitors and unwanted callers. What do you do and how do you handle them? Well, real simple. Get yourself on the National Do Not Call Registry. I know it works, it doesn't work. Solicitors will always find a way. They're going to call you. They're going to call you on your work number. They're going to call you on your personal cell phone. They'll find a way to make an excuse to say why they can call you and why they are exempt from the National Do Not Call list. But you know what? That's a lot of bunk. That's nonsense. You're on that list for a reason, and the reason is you don't want to hear from them. So don't let them fool you. However, you got to be careful too, because lately there's the internet, and with it there's apps and other things, software that they can download and put on their cell phones or put on their own home phones and use spoofing software. They can or go to spoof sites where they can actually call you using somebody else's number, faking it, making somebody else's phone number appear on your caller ID, and it does happen. However, you know what, before I continue, I need to let you know this is income tax season here in the United States, and there's people out there already doing it, already receiving those calls, and it says like IRS, and that's what the caller ID says. You've got to be careful. One thing you need to know about the IRS will never call you. They'll never call you, especially if you owe them money. They're going to come at you first by mail. They're going to send you a letter first. They're going to send you a letter, then they're going to send you a certified letter. And then between you and them, if you schedule a call, then they'll call you. Otherwise, they're not going to just out of the blue call you and say, oh, you owe us money. So be careful. Unless you receive the letter first, they're not going to call you. I hope I made myself clear. I hope I made myself abundantly clear. Be careful. Now, something to look at, and what you can tell is when something's not too good, something bad's going to happen. There we go. Is what you do is you look at the caller ID. Just about every smartphone has a caller ID. Just about every cell phone has a caller ID. Business phones have caller IDs. Your home phone ideally should have caller ID. So understand this. Be on the lookout for the phone number. That's fine. If it shows up as unknown, typically I don't answer unknowns. Doesn't matter if they're calling work or if they're calling my personal phone. I do not answer unknowns, and that's just a rule. But when you get a number and it has a city and a state, kind of like this. You see the city, you see the state, and the phone number. But, again, I don't answer that. Because, again, how easy is it to spoof city, state, and a phone number? Real easy. So I don't answer those. And, especially if they have a phone number, no name. My name comes out on my cell phone. When you get a call from me on from my cell phone to you, my name's going to show up on there, because that way you know who's calling you. Or you get the name of the business. My company, the name shows up on your caller ID when I call you. It's just that simple, because I want you to know who's calling you. But when the name and the city or the person, or the name and the business or the business does not show up, something's wrong. That's a big tell right there. So be careful. Do not answer. Now, what do you do when you get a call and you just happen to be in front of your PC and you do not recognize the number, but you're expecting a number from that area code? Well, what you can do is you go to 800notes.com, 800notes.com, and that should be down here, and check it out. While it's still ringing, I can do it while it's still ringing. I look at the caller ID and I just plug it in. I plug it in the phone number, area code hyphen first 3 digits, the prefix, hyphen the last 4 digits. Hit enter, and then it shows up. If it's a real number, it won't say anything, or it might be a new number that they're spoofing, or it could have a history behind it, and it'll say like, no, this is a solicitor, no, they're selling cruise tickets, no, they're telling you you just want a security system. It doesn't matter. What you need to know is read that and understand what's behind the phone calls. Now, sometimes it'll actually say, look, this is a solicitor, this is a real person, this is a real business. Pay attention to it, because there could be something behind it. But other than that, I would use 800 Notes exclusively, and I do it. Now, What if you happen to answer? And this is why you would happen to answer. Lately, I've been getting calls from my area code and prefixes that are in my area, that are close to me. But it'll say the city and the state. So it'll say the town nearby and then Texas. And then it'll have a phone number, the area code and prefix. And it's like, well, this looks familiar. This might be somebody. Folks, again, if the name doesn't show up, why would they go all out just to put the city and state? Especially if it's somebody you know. So, again, be careful. Now, if you happen to get tricked, I got tricked once, but that was enough. What you just do is jot down their number or make sure that your phone can retain the phone number that just called you. And you're speaking to somebody, and before they really get into their spiel, just let them know, no thank you. No, I do not want. Say no. Don't be afraid to say no. Just say no thank you. And then before they even continue, just tell them, please remove me from your list. And then repeat it. I don't want anything that you're selling. I don't want anything you're offering. And immediately tell them to remove you from their list. And then they're going to say, oh, well, wait a minute. Or, hey, but this is exclusive offer just to people in your... It doesn't matter. You don't want what they're selling because you didn't ask for it. So again, hang up the phone. It's just that simple. Now, I asked you to, make sure that you can have the phone number ready. It's strictly up to you, but go on to 800notes.com and put in those phone numbers and just say, hey, look, it's not asking you for any of your information. I just put the first letter initial of my name. That's all it's asking. It's just they want to make sure it's a real person that's putting this information down. And then I put down that, they're soliciting this, or they're selling tickets to that, or they're representing a fraternal order of whatever, or they want to do something for somebody, they want to do something for themselves. That's really, truly it. So again, folks, be on guard. Pay attention to your surroundings, and especially when it comes to the telephone, especially at this time of year, and especially during the holidays. Pretty much, tax season and the holidays are the two big times for scammers, because again, they're going to put... They're either going to tug at your heartstrings, or they're going to put the fear of arrest into you, and you're going to well, what do I do? And again, don't be scammed. Do not be scammed. Pay attention to what's going on. Go to 800notes.com. Check out what the phone numbers are. Lastly, and I totally forgot this until just now, if you get one of those numbers and they call and you decide not to answer, now, they're typically not going to leave a voice message. They don't want to leave a trail. So you've got to be alert for that too. That's usually something to do. And then you don't ever want to get a call from them. You can go in there into your phone and block the call. It's just that simple. Businesses is a little bit difficult to block calls, but it can be done if you have the external boxes. You can do it, or if you're using the software-based phone system, that's really easy to block phone numbers. So by all means, block those numbers. Well, listen, folks, my name is David Guerra. This has been the Training Thursday, episode number 2. And next week, we're going to be back. We're going to talk about rude and obnoxious callers. People calling you, not you calling people. Anyway, so listen, until next time, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for your time.